I'll go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. I'm Ginger Parker, the program manager at the Knoxville Chamber. Thank you for joining us today. We're excited to have you all here for our very first Ecosystem Explained event. I want to take a moment and recognize the sponsors who invested in making this event and our business expansion work possible. Iris Networks, Shod Companies, Jim Care Staffing, the Chrisman Company, Ceasefire, and Ionogen. Just to give you all a quick idea of what today will look like, Wilson Myhre, the Chamber's Director of Business Expansion, will share how his role fits into the organization's 5-year strategic plan and the work he is currently doing in that area. If you have any questions as Wilson shares, please enter them in the chat box and we will answer those at the end. If for some reason we do not get to your questions or you'd like to dive in a little bit deeper, please stay for our breakout discussion after the presentation concludes. Before we dive into the presentation, I want to invite Burton Pinkham, Business Expansion Ecosystem Partner and Vice President of Business Development at Jim Care Staffing, to say a few words. Burton?
Thanks, Ginger. So as you may know, Jim Care is one of the top 10 staffing firms in Knoxville. We specialize in staffing for manufacturing and heavy industry. We help companies find qualified candidates for both hourly and salary positions. We're locally based. Our corporate headquarters are here in Knoxville, and we have an office in Jefferson City. And despite the challenging times, we've actually managed to expand a little bit. We've recently opened an office in Von Orr, Tennessee, and we'll be opening one in Greenville here in the next month or so. So our focus as a company, aside from helping our customers be successful, we are also very strongly focused on being active in the communities where we work. We support economic growth because we as a company feel that as a community grows, so do opportunities for individuals and companies to have a better life. As such, we're strong supporters of the chambers in all of the areas where we operate. We're proud not only to be members of the Knoxville Chamber, but also to sponsor the business expansion ecosystem. I'm looking forward to this presentation, as I'm sure you are as well. So at this time, I'll go ahead and introduce our presenter, Wilson Myhre. Wilson has been the Chamber's Director of Business Expansion since December of 19. He brings more than 20 years of experience to the role, and his client-focused approach allows him to identify effective, innovative solutions that help businesses achieve their goals and drive regional economic prosperity. Prior to the Chamber, he most recently worked at MSC Industrial Supply and UPS. Wilson received his degree in business administration from the University of Tennessee, and I will turn it over to Wilson.
Thanks, Burton, and appreciate all that you do and Jim Care does for Knoxville and the existing businesses in Knoxville. And I wish my career had only lasted 20 years thus far, but my first year at the University of Tennessee, I had the privilege of seeing Elvis over Stokely Athletic Center, so you can tell it's been a little bit longer than 20 years. So also, Ginger mentioned our sponsors a little bit earlier. I'd like to give a special congratulations to Ionogen, who will be celebrating the grand opening of their new world headquarters on April the 22nd in Bearden. Ionogen is just another amazing success story of a company that produces and supplies non-toxic, non-chemical sanitizers and cleaners. Obviously, you know, that's been very important to a lot of our schools and churches and business throughout the whole COVID-19 pandemic. So thanks to John Shanahan and Dr. Gene Overholt for being in Knoxville and everything you do to support the Chamber. So as Burton said, I'm Wilson Myhre, and I want to thank you for your time and willingness to participate in today's discussion. I am part of a great economic development team here at the Chamber that includes Doug Lawyer, Patrice Collins, Joe Riley, and Caleb Knight. I'm sure you've met or will meet all those folks later on sometime. So I'd also be a little remiss if I didn't thank Callie Blackburn and Lindsay Wilson and Ginger Parker from our investor experience team for their time and talents to coordinate and produce this event and hopefully make me sound smarter than I actually am. So thank you, ladies. And welcome to the first of the Chamber's economic ecosystem discussions that will occur monthly. The next one is scheduled for May the 11th and will feature my colleague Caleb Knight discussing the excitement around business attraction to the Knoxville area. So Today, we begin our discussion of the Chamber's 5-year strategic vision. And if we can go ahead and go to the vision slide, that'd be great. There you go. So all of these supporting entities speak to the vision statement you see on the screen. Create a vibrant, innovative economic ecosystem for the entire Knoxville region that considers today's realities while contemplating tomorrow's aspirations. When I read that statement, I think about Local Motors and their micro factory located on Valley Vista Road in West Knoxville off Pellissippi Parkway. On March 12th in County Clerk Sherry Witt's office, Local Motors registered the first shared autonomous electric vehicle that is allowed on public streets in Tennessee. The Ollie bus is 3D printed out of advanced composite materials with sensors to monitor and control the travel path for safe transit of groups of people. The Ollie bus also utilizes lithium-ion batteries to power the interior that are provided by another Knoxville business, Excess Power, which is located on John Deere Drive in East Knoxville. So to me, that really speaks to the vision statement. Knoxville and our region are vibrant and innovative, and we're looking toward the future and how to successfully navigate it. So how do we achieve the mission and the vision? We have a plan that focuses on 6 core components, as you see on the kind of map or pinwheel there, to drive the region's economic prosperity that is both strategic and inclusive. This plan, our roadmap to success, embraces the realization that our ecosystem is constantly developing, evolving as each component achieves new goals and objectives. And you can see the continuation of the arrows and the flow around the ecosystem. The 6 components are business expansion, business attraction, business climate, infrastructure, talent, and entrepreneurship/small business. And I'd like to say a little bit about the entrepreneur small business before we go forward, because that's kind of the lifeblood of business growth in a community. We've got great support from the Knoxville Entrepreneur Center, the Anderson Center for Entrepreneurship, the Innovations Crossroads program out at Oak Ridge National Lab, people like Brandon Bruce, John Bruck, Jim Biggs, Tom Ballard, and many others helping all these businesses to understand the path to success. And another component of that support is the Small Business Development Center. Laura Overstreet and her team, they do a great job of supporting small businesses and currently have some subject matter experts available in the areas of HR, accounting, and finance and PR marketing that can be utilized by smaller businesses. So my role is to focus on existing businesses and how we can assist and support them with achieving their growth and expansion goals and objectives. As I said a little bit earlier, Caleb's going to focus on the attraction part of the business cycle. And we've had, great businesses like Amazon and CGI announced recently. So again, while the ecosystem is 6 components, all the components rely on the other 5 components to be successful. As I go out and talk to businesses, I don't see any way possible for businesses to grow and expand without a strong business climate, which we have here in Knoxville, great infrastructure, and an especially strong talent pipeline. And in today's paper, even there's an article, it may just be on the website so far, I don't think it was in print today, from Brandon Bruce about how big companies create opportunities for area startups. And again, I think that just speaks to the whole ecosystem that we're discussing today. So again, my role is focused on helping existing businesses with such things as determining if business expansion incentives may be available for adding a significant number of high-paying jobs, or making a significant CapEx investment to upgrade property, plants, buildings, technology, or equipment. Is a business having workforce or talent upgrade issues? There's multiple sources here from the educational side, UT, our partners at Pellissippi State or Tennessee College for Applied Technology, South College, Roane State, Lincoln Memorial. I mean, we have a great educational support system that we can help bring to the table for existing businesses. There are also other workforce providers such as Jim Care, who's helping sponsor this, the Knoxville Area Urban League, Centro Hispano, and other nonprofit agencies which provide second chance opportunities or opportunities for refugees. So again, there's a lot of people that are struggling with getting people. There's a lot of opportunity to help bring those people to the table. So businesses may need assistance navigating the city or county government for certain issues, such as local motors needing a license plate for an autonomous vehicle. You know, that took a lot of phone calls between the county clerk's office and the state regarding how to accomplish that legally. You know, was Local Motors a manufacturer? Were they a dealer? Were they a commercial operator? Well, we were finally able to work together to accomplish that for what Local Motors needed, and took Mayor Jacobs and the CEO from Local Motors on an adventure down Valley Vista Road a couple weeks ago. One of the other aspects of my role I enjoy the most is trying to connect businesses in Knoxville and the region. If we can shorten your supply chain by finding local resources, vendors, and suppliers, I want to do that because it creates opportunities for multiple businesses to grow and expand in our community. Some examples: if you have an e-commerce supply chain fulfillment need, I'd like to connect you with Red Stag or R&S Logistics. If you have plastic molding needs, I want to connect you with Innovate Manufacturing and Woodstream Products. If you have a structural engineering, if you need a structural engineering group, I want to introduce you to Bobby Haynes at Haynes Structural Group. Again, there's just lots of different things. If you're trying to provide a break room or micro market for your employees, Roddy Vending is an excellent local option as well. We have a lot of great companies and that are highly skilled and provide a great product and at excellent value. So I guess as we move forward, I'd like to say, please let me know how I can assist you with growing your business and connecting you with other great businesses in Knoxville. Next slide, please. So this is our strategic platform slide. I won't give you the acronym for it, but if you look at the first letter of each word, you can probably figure it out. We've identified 5 strategic platforms on our mission to driving regional economic prosperity, and they are communication, health, movement, power, and security. And you may say, well, those are kind of vague, but yet we have great companies that are associated with all 5 of those. And yes, some companies may not fall under that exact designation, but we have to have a strategy, right? We have to have a plan to move forward. You know, I'll think about communication. I think about Discovery and US Cellular and Tombras and Ackerman and Regal and folks like that, or health. And you've got Covenant and DeRoyal and Fresenius and Siemens and UT Medical Center. I mean, we've just got so many great businesses here in Knoxville that, you know, really speaks to the diversity of talents, diversity of skill sets, and diversity of opportunities for people. Next slide, please. So currently in the business expansion pipeline, we have 13 expansion projects, a total job potential of 917 new jobs, and total investment potential of $24 million. And I guess in some ways I'm like, well, those numbers seem low, but to me that speaks of the opportunity that's out there and available for us. I mean, yeah, we want to bring in the new companies, but I believe I read a statistic that 80% of all new jobs are created by existing businesses. So it's really key that we help focus on the existing businesses here. Next slide, please. So just a few of the expansion projects that have either kind of recently been completed or moving forward at a rapid pace. Fraley and Schilling is a family-owned trucking company and is creating 105 jobs. Fresenius is medical care. They're committed to helping people with chronic kidney disease. You've probably all seen their new facility out off of I-40 as you head east towards Nashville. And Innovate Manufacturing, who is a plastic injection molding company. You know, they're adding 60,000 square feet to their facility, adding 90 jobs. And again, a company that has thrived during the pandemic. This is one of their major products that they produce. You've probably seen a lot of these in Dick's Sporting Goods. If you ever go to Dick's Sporting Goods, they sell those to PepsiCo, and PepsiCo just really needs more of them as soon as they can get their expansion completed. So again, just another great success that's occurred during the pandemic. Most every manufacturer I dealt with during the pandemic was experiencing record sales. So again, we've got a lot of great talented people here in Knoxville. You know, some of the other expansion projects that we're working on right now, Banyan Global Technologies, a gun barrel manufacturer, Crothall, which provides services to acute care centers, hospitals, people like that. Republic Plastics, a big styrofoam plate producer out in the Forks of the River. Hitachi Zosen, which is a energy from waste engineering company that's looking at expanding here. Kelvion and Woodspring, two other companies that are located out in the Forks of the River. So as you can see, we have an established and very diverse group of businesses on which to focus our efforts to both expand and attract, but we need more. And why? Because you're seeing the amount of investment and jobs that they create when we do help these companies to grow and expand. So if you or someone you know has needs, questions, or a desire to connect with other local businesses, please let someone in the chamber know. We want to help, but we need your help and assistance to do more. So I thank you for your time today. Knoxville is being reimagined, and we believe that if we work together, utilizing everyone's skills and talents, Knoxville and East Tennessee will achieve great things. I do have one ask of you. The chamber is conducting an economic outlook survey to gauge the current economic conditions and gain insights regarding the future economic outlook over the next 6 months. We'd love for all of you to participate in that survey. You can find it at www.knoxvillechamber.com/eco-registration. Again, we just appreciate your involvement in that survey to help us gauge where to go next. That's it for me.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Burton and Wilson. We also appreciate our sponsors who help make Chamber's work of driving regional economic prosperity and events like this possible. Iris Networks, Shad Companies, Gym Care Staffing, the Chrisman Company, C Spire, and Ionogen. We appreciate everyone for joining us today, and I hope you enjoy the next portion of this event.